Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Compact Claustrophobia. Remember the EXP farm that we set up a couple episodes ago? It is working, and it has worked, and we have a bunch of levels, so we can now use them to do some enchanting. Currently, it's still restocking, but you can see this is full of bottles of enchanting, and it's constantly getting restocked as soon as we use up a little bit, and it's storing the excess XP in here, and eventually this will fill up, but I grabbed a bunch of levels with this Tome of Knowledge, and we can head on in here, and I think, can we enchant this directly? We can. Cool. We can just do holding 4, and apparently both types of soulbound, because that's a thing. Alright, so this can hold a bunch more XP now, and I think if I go grab it, I might just grab all of it. So we'll just keep as much as we have right now, and we can just sneak right click to get another 30 levels. And I want to enchant a string mesh, and we are gonna try and enchant a couple actually, just so we can see if we can get Sieve Fortune, and then we can combine them together as well. Sieve Fortune 3, cool. I need another 30 levels. Boom, boom, boom. Not a problemo. Sieve Fortune, Sieve Luck of that. Okay, sure thing, game. That's 32 levels. Can we do it this way for less? That's too expensive. Okay, so 32 levels shouldn't be a problem. So that, the other way around. We have Sieve Efficiency 5, Sieve Fortune 3, Sieve Luck of the Sea 3. All right, we can then go take this guy and put him in our lava water. And in here, we're gonna grab this one out. Give me your sieve thing. Hello? Haha, there we go. And we're gonna give you the fortune one. Oh. Of course Luck of the Sea gets fish. Why wouldn't it get fish? Okay. We get pufferfish though. Clownfish, raw salmon, and the bone meal and stuff. Okay, you're whitelisted for the things, right? So let's do this, this, and this. Since you get 4 fish right away, we can come out here. It's still gonna output the bone meal and the other things. So what we can do is we can grab a couple of caches. Caches 4 should be good. And I probably need some covers here. Also, one thing that happened, you can see that I'm getting quests again. I think my game, while it crashed, it reset a bunch of the quests, so I might just, in between episodes, complete all of the quests, just so we have it complete in here, or we can do that probably at the end of the pack. But in here, quests didn't reset, except for the emerald one, apparently. But in most of these, some stuff reset, like the boron spaxel hoe and a lot of other things in here, maybe like even this entire line to get to the dash pickaxe. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna toss in a couple more caches here. I don't really need to have these on external storages, but we kind of can. So we can add, let's say, regular fish, regular salmon, clownfish, pufferfish, and then we can grab some ducts. Item duct, bam, 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 bam. And we should see fish going in places as well. Yeah, there we go. Are you like incredibly full on fish? Pretty much. You're not gonna be extracting fast enough here, which is kind of a bad thing. Also, this guy probably doesn't need to click that fast now that we have super fortune stuff. No, stop giving me fish. Are you gonna clear out your tank? I hope it is, because I don't want to overflow the system, but we're getting fish now. And we can do some sort of kit. We can possibly do a couple of these and a couple of these. Boom, 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 boom. And we can store fish. I can toss external storages on the bottom. And one thing that I want to try, do I have an empty room? Well, this one's kind of empty. Let's grab a redstone block. Let's turn you off. What happens if I do this? Compcat. Okay. What are you? Are you like tamed or something? Okay, so this quest is just if you're feeling lonely, you can get a companion cat or a compressed cat or something. Also, we can eat the pufferfish and all of the fish types. We can eat a clownfish. We can eat a raw fish. We can eat a salmon. We can also cook a salmon and cook fish. And we can easily get hungry by doing this. And we can possibly get some extra hearts. That might be cool. I don't want this to go out of control, and we can just add a detector here for bone meal. We can set, let's say, emit the signal when we're under 20,000 bone meal, because we have around, I think, 24,000 or something in the system. So as soon as that gets a signal, this guy will run, and we'll finish off the dust here in the middle, but then we can never pretty much overflow our storage system. We can get a simple machine that is going to help us with enchanting, and that is the Arcane Ensorcelator, for which we need a couple of lapis, a machine case, and also a couple of constantan gears and a redstone coil thing. Make me a stack, please. Thank you very much. All right. We'll head on out here. I have all of the connections here on the bottom. So where could we put you? We can take this compact machine and put it in the middle. We have a little bit more room here in the back. We can toss you down. And on the bottom, we'll set up an exporter that will export liquid XP, or essence of knowledge. And that is going to keep this stocked. We also need power, which I think we have here in the back. So what we can potentially do is we can change this duct over and maybe move things around a little bit, because this guy doesn't need to be fully automatic. So what we can actually do is put you here. We're going to grab the tunnel from the back here. We're going to place you right there on, it was on the right setting. There we go. And we're going to replace this duct with another one, which should be not the fluid duct, the item plated duct. That was item duct. Thank you very much. There we go. And I think I changed the tunnel. Totally. Okay. The bottom is not going to be on input, so we're not going to get bottles of enchanting in there. There we go. We can even toss these on the floor. Should be fine. We are not getting power because I need to replace the cable. Probably this one in the middle. That's the only problem here. I have to break and replace the signs. It's kind of annoying. All right, we'll fix it up later. Do we have power? Yes, we do. Wonderful. We can give you this and some augments. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And we can now do enchanting. And we can get ourselves a silk touch book, I think, super simply. Yeah, of course. Of course it's glowstone dust. Of course it is. Why wouldn't... Come on, mod dev. Normally it's like a slime ball or something. Glowstone for silk touch. Okay, fine. I wanted silk touch on my tool, but apparently not. We can get unbreaking though, which is cool. We can also get efficiency, which would be great on our pick, so we can get it repaired. What is mending though? I'm wondering here. Leo, Frostwalker, Soulbound, Infinity, Knockback, Blast. Mending is another star. Yeah, we're not getting that, and we can't get it any other way other than this. Okay, fine. Be that way, game. Right. So we need an exporter on top here, and a cable in the middle, and then I need a bucket. I have essence of knowledge in here. I should. Fluid, boom, and right side input. Oh, it doesn't matter because it just has automatically being put in. Okay, sure. I'm gonna get some books enchanted. We need to get a little bit more leather. So that is the pressed off thing or the cow farm. So I might go breed my cows a little bit more and get that going for us. Breeding the cows is going to take forever. So I'm going to try one thing. We can set this to fluids, right? Yeah. Pressed off. And we can even give you some speed upgrades. Boom. And we should get a whole bunch of leather. Super simple. As soon as we add this last enchantment, we're gonna have a Soulbound 3, Silk Touch, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, Boron Nitride, Spaxel Hoe. All I had to do was make a recipe for Boron Spaxel Hoes, and I enchanted a few in here with just level 30 enchants, and I managed to get Silk Touch, and on the other one I got Soulbound 3 and Breaking 3 and Efficiency 4. So I just made an Efficiency 4 book and tossed that on there. I also have pretty much everything soulbound now. We have this one soulbound, these two are soulbound, this guy is soulbound. This is also soulbound and has holding 4. This one also has holding 4, so it does 75 million RF now. I think the old one is 25 million. I enchanted it in the enchanting table and it got XP boost 3. And we don't have any sort of way to disenchant it, so I just made another one, which is perfectly fine. I think it's time that we automate the slime block production. We kind of have it set up manually. I could just slap an exporter here and call it, or an importer here and call it done, and that is not me. I want to make it pretty. I want to make it compactor and not be in a 7x7. And I want to try one more block that we haven't made before, and that is this proxy thing. The regular proxy can access the target block capabilities from this block, and the target block must be an immediate neighbor. So I assume if we grab one of these proxies, I have a couple made here, and if we grab like a chest and we can put it here, I think the idea here is that we can put a conduit here and extract like we would extract out of the chest, and that is how it works. And there is also an entity capability proxy, which can access the target entity capabilities from this block, and the target entity must be in the immediate neighboring square. So I don't know if that just means that I can auto-click her directly on this block to get milk by having the cow next to it, or can we just like extract milk directly with a fluid conduit? I don't know, but for that we need chorus fruit, and chorus fruit is gotten by chorus flowers, which are melons tossed in resin and ender. And melons are made by growing melon seeds, which are made by sieving on an iron stiffened mesh some endstone, and we have a 15% chance of getting a melon seed. And endstone we can get by fluid infusing sandstone with resin and ender. And looky here, we have resin and ender somewhere, if I remember. Here. And we have plenty of room, so we can add a fluid infuser, and it has to go into the corner, and we have already filled both of these corners. Yeah, we'll move the pressurizers over to this side, into the corner, I think, and that should be fine, because then we can fluid infuse the other endstone and just have a complete supply of endstone all the time. It is as simple as that. An exporter exporting resin and ender, an exporter with a redstone signal exporting sandstone, detector on 1000, and storage on the bottom. And these two pressurizers are now here. We have space for 3 more machines and one more that can only use one exporter because we're already using the corner here to export lava into this stone barrel. Now the sad part is that we need to crush this with a hammer. Can I do a clicker for this? I wonder. Because a clicker can get power, right? We can place the endstone. I can make a hammer of some sort of variety. This requires diamond, so iron is the best we can do for now. Right? We give you this. Left click. 8 times. No. You're not doing anything. Okay, sure. We can do this manually. Can I vein mine this? I definitely cannot. Okay, we only need to get 1 melon seed, so I don't think we should be in too much of a difficulty. I can just do this for a tiny bit, and I think we should get a melon seed fairly quickly. Okay, so now we can head into our garden close room. And one thing that we can do here, we can put caches up top, and since we have space right here for a cable from refined storage, we can just put that there. And we can use, let's say, this corner to bring the cable up to the other side and bring it all around the top and get everything hooked up. And we're also going to grab these caches that are in the corners that are storing seeds, and we're going to put them in such a way that they're going to be up top and visible. And we can add the pumpkin, the melon, and the netherwort, and we're also going to make the chorus fruit once we grow 1 piece of melon. To get the chorus seed, we're just going to toss one melon in here and we can get a chorus flower. And I then need to grab a bit of endstone here. And we can toss you right in here and you can grow ourselves some chorus fruit. Cool. I already added the netherwort, which we have here in the cache. We're going to grab a couple pumpkins as well. And as soon as this guy grows, we're going to grab a little bit of chorus fruit and we can add all the caches downstairs. And apparently chorus fruit is also an unfamiliar item. We need freedom to know what this is. And I can't right click it into a cache. So we're going to put it in here and then we're going to set extract insert. Is that going to do? Yep, there we go. Okay, that's how you can do that. All right, so now we'll go boop, add it to all the places around here. Give me caches, please. Boom, boom. And boom. Okay. We don't really need to store melon slices or anything, or we possibly can cook the chorus fruit into cooked chorus fruit. That could be a thing that we can do. And with netherworts, I don't think we need to do anything really. We don't need netherwort blocks. We don't need any of these creepy dolls. Yeah, we just need them to craft the capability proxies. The entire room looks like this now. We have a back wall that is kind of empty, and we have everything else reset up again. I added the popped chorus fruit to be created. It's set to 1,000. It's gonna get there eventually. It's kind of slow, but it's gonna get there. And over here, I also added paper that we didn't have before. So the sugarcane gets extracted to the left and to the right. One makes sugar, other makes paper, and it's pretty cool. I have a few open spots here and there, and if we ever need anything else grown here, but I don't think there is anything else, we could add it. But yeah, that is a full-on complete room, and everything should be hooked up to external storages and be accessible by the storage system. Now that we have all the ingredients, we can easily craft an entity capability proxy, and we're gonna come in here and see what this does. Please don't walk away. Go in the corner. Thank you. Okay, so this doesn't have any sort of input or anything. Can I use a fluid conduit, fluid duct, servo? If this works, no. Okay. If I add a servo, it doesn't even attach to it. Okay, can I use a bucket on this? Is that gonna work? No. I have no idea how this works. I might have to Google it a little bit. After a brief read on the wiki, it totally does work. Let's grab some more buckets over here. You just have to place it in a way where it's facing the entity, so the arrow faces the block or entity that it needs to link to. And now I can right-click to collect milk. I don't think I can still right-click or collect milk somehow automatically from this, other than right-clicking with a milk bucket. I don't think we have any other way to collect milk other than an auto clicker. So it really doesn't make it simpler than just using this and a cow in front of it. We have a fully automatic milk production without buckets going everywhere and having us to turn off the auto clicker, which is made by a simple limited item filter that has a recipe like this. We made the advanced filter last time with the whole strongbox thing and putting rotten flesh inside of it. That was fun. So over here, we're basically just limiting that only one bucket can go inside of the auto clicker, and then it never clicks again with an empty bucket, and that would mean that it would throw it out. So it always clicks one milk, that the milk gets extracted, gets emptied, we fill up the tank, which is already full, and I'm just waiting, and I want to see what happens when this guy fills up. I think the milk bucket will just wait over here and not get extracted, and that should be fine. So the next step is to put the milk in the barrel, and then we need to check the barrel, extract the item into the barrel, and create slime. And we might be able to do this in an interesting way with the proxies, because there are ranged proxies that can be put in the floor, and we can then face a proxy into the wooden barrel, and we can access from different sides the wooden barrel for that matter. And we can see if we can hide all of the integrated dynamics in the floor, possibly. I wanted to test if importing these slime blocks automatically also triggers the creation of slime, and it definitely does. And this system that I have here is working, and it's kind of cool that I can put all of these capability proxies in the floor, and they all access this one wooden barrel, which is really cool. So I'm reading the fluid from here. We're exporting the mushroom if the tank is full. And the mushrooms are gonna go in here at some point, but if I toss in, let's say, 16 in here, we should make one slime block thing. No? Oh. Of course, I right-clicked with the wrong thing. We're gonna toss them in here. It should make slime block. Yep. And if we set this to import slime blocks, this is what happens. You get a whole bunch of baby slimes. And it's a little bit of a mess. But if we can get these to walk over some magma blocks, we can just automatically kill them and be done with it. We don't really need to worry about using the creature encapsulator to use the morb, and then we would need the centrifugal separator, and we would need this, which requires diamonds to be made, which we don't have. So that, I think, seems like a better plan. For that to work, though, we're gonna need a couple of more blocks of space. So a 7x7 room might be best for this, and we can try and squeeze this tank closer to the cow. I think we can even put it right next to the cow, maybe. And we can then put the capability proxies in the floor somewhere and get all of this hooked up. I decided to put everything into a 9x9, and I'm glad I did, because everything here fits inside of the wall right there with 9 blocks wide, which is wonderful. So let me explain here. Firstly, the power and the items are transferred in the same block, plus some refined storage, because I wanted to fit 2 caches over here, and I'm currently just exporting future mushrooms that are not mushrooms just yet, and I'm importing slime blocks here. And if I wanted an exporter here, I couldn't have an external storage. That's why we have this ranged capability proxy, which is hooked up to the wooden barrel, because it's hooked up to this guy, which is hooked up to this guy, which is hooked up to the barrel. It works really well. And in here, we have a refined storage conduit with a basic fluid filter set to export milk. So we constantly have milk because we have an external storage here on this tank that provides us milk in the system. And then over here, we are reading the fluid inside of the wooden barrel. And as soon as I add this variable card, we should get a redstone signal if the tank is full. And that way we're gonna export a mushroom into the wooden barrels so we don't create dirt by composting the mushroom. And the importer is also set to redstone mode because I wanna have a detector here that detects how many slime blocks we have in the system, and that's gonna be set to 1,000. So the next step here is to cover everything up like so. And I'm also gonna grab a couple of covers here, some of these, and then also a facade that I have in here. We, I believe, do this, and we get a facade that I can then place here. Nice. And then covers on top of all of this. Ooh, I can't cover the detector. Okay, chink in the armor. I might... How can I don't think I can move it in such a way where I could hide it, because I don't have any more space underneath here. I don't know. I don't think slimes will get stuck in here. We'll see. But as soon as I do this, we are gonna get some madness, I think. I'm gonna have to be quick. Go. Go. Huh? They're attracted to the dude. Go die. They die. Accumulator is, I believe, set to redstone mode. Yeah. And we're gonna set you to pick up slime balls. Give me a little bit. Boom. Redstone mode ignored. Whitelist slime ball. That should get collected. And we're getting slime blocks, hopefully, in the system. We are getting slime blocks. Oh, aha. I know what the problem is. I moved this. Priority -5. Set. We're gonna have to run the storage disks through the disk manipulator. We can do that simply like this and like that. And we need some upgrades. One of these. Okay, processors need to be a thing. I need to automate this. I think we can do that next. That detector is gonna bother me, and I found a solution where we can have a flat floor and still have a detector. We're gonna go inside of this tiny compact machine, right? And in here, we're gonna put down the detector. We're gonna set it to emit a signal when under the amount of slime blocks that we want, which would be 1,000. Like that. We can add a tunnel here on the side, which is gonna be set to any side that has a cable. So this guy's on. We're gonna set a redstone tunnel here, and we can use structure ducts or I can use redstone conduits. We'll use the structure ducts because I have them here. So we need something like this. This should be redstone output. This is redstone input, and we can head on out. I didn't check which side I want this to be on. We need you to be on the west side. So if we check this guy, up north, south, west. Okay. We can then add a structure duct here. And we're gonna control, do we want to control the export or the import? Does it matter? I don't think it does. So we're gonna do this and that. And we're gonna say redstone input, redstone output. And you should do your thing. It says west structural duct, redstone output. I figured it out. You right click here to set it to output. And now if we put a redstone dust here, we should see a redstone signal. Again, we don't. It's output now. Oh, it's not set to the right thing. West. Aha, we have a redstone signal. Okay, so now structure ducts. Boom, boom. Redstone thing on there. Redstone thing on here. This guy is input, it says. This guy is output. We're gonna say it like that. So that should import. And that is doing its thing. You guys are gonna go on a very merry journey. Get yourself murderized. We can then grab covers. Cover all of this up. Like that. And then we can grab the other types of covers. Here. Cover this up. And that way we don't have a detector in the floor. I think that's really cool. How you can just... We hide a detector by a compact machine. Oh, that is super, super silly. The only issue that we're going to run into here is running out of milk because we're not producing it very, very quickly, but it shouldn't be a problem. Once slime blocks fill up, we should have 320 blocks of, or buckets of milk on stock. So if we use, let's say, a stack of slime blocks, we have enough milk to recreate those. And we're probably not going to set up a super duper fast automated system to create emerald blocks, because I don't think we need them for very many things. But we might set up a system where we, let's say, keep a stack of emerald blocks in the system at all time. That sounds like an okay idea. We can set up a simple system for automatic processors, and we're going to put them like this. We're going to set up here, just grab one of each. And we're going to set a detector, emit when under the amount of, let's say, 500 of these, 250 of these, and let's just say a stack of these for the time being, because I don't have that many diamond nuggets. How much do we have? We have 300 still. It should be okay. And we can flip these guys like so. We can set you export raw basic processor, you export this basic processor, and you export this basic processor. And we need some crafting upgrades, 3 to be exact. And we need to do this. Bam, bam, bam. So we can now make our crafting upgrades. Boom. All right. We can set you go in here, and in here. And that should start cooking all of them. Right, we're just gonna do a number like this, 3 upgrades, and then we need to do input, output, input, output, input, output, and that should be all good. Shouldn't make too many more than a stack because it's processing them faster than they're coming in. So if we look at processors, These should stop any moment now because it's 250. Yeah, stopped. These are also at... Oh, yeah. These should stop at 500, I should say. And these should stop at 64. It makes a few more, which is perfectly fine. And we're not going to be using them that fast that we're going to go through all of our diamond nuggets. Plus, if we need diamond nuggets, we can also automate a system where we drop HOP graphite ingots on the floor and then we dispense a TNT and it goes there and explodes the items. That could be a thing as well. But all of that is going to have to wait until next episode, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure you smash the like button. You can also subscribe to get notified of when new videos go live. You can support me on Patreon as well if you want for that extra +1. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye-bye.